Back in 1979, Pam O'Neill broke down the doors of officialdom to create the opportunity for female jockeys, and what a career Pam ended up having, one of the best in the business. A few years later, a young lady from North Queensland ventured to New South Wales and thoroughly laid down the foundations for female jockeys to follow on from that point onwards. Her name was Olsen, joined by her very talented daughter, Sarah. Well, Sarah, good to catch up with you. As I mentioned, your mother, Leanne, what a career she had, and was able to lay the foundation for so many female jockeys to follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, she had quite a good career as a jockey, and Dad definitely had a big influence on that. And yeah, I think they're very happy they come down to Sydney. They haven't looked back.
Of course, it was a joint decision by your mum and also your dad, Anthony, who was also a noted thoroughbred trainer here in New South Wales.
Yes. Joint decision. Sydney's definitely growing a lot more than North Queensland, and yeah, they just wanted to look forward and haven't looked back.
At the time of your mum's arrival, there's only a sprinkling of female jockeys, so she certainly then laid the foundations for younger girls to come through the ranks.
Yeah, I think she definitely found it a lot harder, and trying to find rides.
Now, your mum had a lot of success, Sarah, rode cup winners and forged a wonderful career that finished in the early 2000s. But the most I got from her career was a particular quote when she won a race and the jockeys pulled up alongside her and said, "You ride like a boy." Your mum said to herself, "I've made it."
Yeah, definitely. I think she was very proud of that, and she worked very hard. She definitely does want to be the best she can be at whatever she does, and yeah, she definitely deserved that comment along with all of her wins and successes.
Your mum suffered a very bad fall and was severely injured, and she is the reason now we have ambulances following Phils around, not only in the thoroughbred industry but also in harness racing.
Yes, correct. They predicted she was actually dead on the track for at least 10 minutes, and the ambulance didn't come around to her until 5 minutes after her fall. So yeah, they put that rule in place after that terrible accident.
Your mum and dad also run a very successful business, Olsen Equestrian. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're just having a few spellers at the moment and retraining some thoroughbred off the tracks. Mum's actually just taken out her galloper's licence to train, and so she's just bought a yearling, so she's very excited to share that with a few friends.
Having a mother who's turned out to be a widely recognised performer in the saddle and your dad as a trainer, there was no doubt since you took your first breath you were going to be involved in horses.
Definitely, it was bred into me for sure.
You've got an amazing record as a 15-year-old. I just rattle off some of these titles: National Arabian Stud Horse Champion, Ruth Dalton Memorial Challenge Champion, Pony Club State Champion, East Coast Arabian Champion, Australian National Arabian Champion, Supreme Champion of Pony Club. The list goes on. I had to change the ink in my pen. Your opponents must have thought, not her again.
Yeah, Mum and Dad were very supportive of my equestrian career growing up, and definitely helped me a lot become as successful as I was growing up, yeah.
No need to go too far to find out where you got the show and dressage ability from, because Leanne was also heavily involved in that particular disciplines.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have loved to continue the dressage discipline growing up, but Dad was pretty certain, to go down the racehorse path.
Before we talk about your job here at Club and Angle as clerk of the course, you also ride track work for Gerald Ryan. How many days a week do you do
that? 6 days a week, just the mornings at the moment, and so it keeps me busy.
Now, Sarah, how do you become a clerk of the course? What procedure do you have to go through to be involved in one of the most important jobs on a racecourse?
Well, a good friend, Maria, found the job for me. As I expressed, I was interested in becoming a clerk of the course, and had a few trial days, and they were happy with how I was riding and the support I was giving the drivers and trainers, and went from there.
This particular mare's just standing there very quietly taking it all in. The importance between the horse and the rider is integral.
Yeah, definitely. Got to make sure everything goes safely for everyone. That's the main thing.
Is there any special routines you go through with your horse that you're going to be riding at these meetings? As a clerk of the horse, you go through to prepare?
Not particularly, just caring for the horse nearly every day. They have Sunday off and some Mondays, but other than that, they pretty much get work throughout the week, and yeah.
Now, if not being a clerk of the course and riding track work 6 days a week for Gerald Ryan, you're now taking out a stable hand licence to become further involved with Robbie and Kerry Morris at Lucky Lodge.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to start driving a little bit of track work and seeing how that's different to riding track work.
And most jockeys I know say that the harness racing driver's mad because of sitting behind a horse. Most harness racing drivers I know say the jockeys are mad for sitting on top. What's your thoughts?
It's definitely a lot different. I feel a lot more in control on top of one than behind one, but yeah, has been fun.
Now, if you take to this like a duck to water, like you do with everything else you do when it involves horses, you think down the track you might like to get involved on this side of the fence driving instead of following them around?
I think I'll leave that to the professionals.
Well, Sarah, it's been great to catch up with you. As I mentioned, the clerk of the course, we wouldn't have meetings without you. You're such an important part of every race day, whether it be the Thoroughbreds or Harness Racing Club. Your talents are outstanding. We look forward to seeing your career involved, hopefully, in harness racing.
Thank you very much.